it's BRIJOURNAL. Today I'm going to be giving you a full tutorial on how to make a UPART wig, and these are all the materials that you will need. An extra large spandex dome wig cap, a light highlighter so that it can show on the actual cap, a pair of scissors, some measuring tape, some T-pins, as well as needles and a thread of your choice. You will need these wig clips, traditional wig clip, and then the clamp wig clips. A dome head. This needs to measure your head perfectly just so that it has the perfect fit, and then the tripod for the wig head. This is optional, but it just makes it easier. So to start off, I'm just showing you guys what I am going to be leaving out. The straightened hair is my leave out, and everything that is braided is going to go under my wig cap. I don't have any leave out that's going to go out in the back, so everything is going to go under the cap, and the sides are going to be out as well. To guarantee that our leave out isn't too long on the actual wig cap, we're going to measure how long our part is on our actual head, and here you see that it measured to 4 inches. So we just need to note that and make sure that on the wig cap the part isn't longer than 4 inches or shorter. I'm going to use this wig cap and stretch it out just to make sure that it's not super tight or that it doesn't stretch out over time. And we're going to carefully place that over our head, not to mess up our leave out, just so that we can know exactly where we need to highlight for the wig. So using a pencil of your choice, I'm going to carefully feel where my braids are and line that out so that I know what is going to be for the actual wig cap for the UPART wig and what I am going to be leaving out for my leave out that I showed you guys earlier. So I'm just carefully going around, feeling for my braids and parting off where the U-part is going to be cut off. So everything that is inside of the line for where the braids are is where I'm going to be sewing the hair onto the cap.
I believe you know just what you're doing now. Baby, now we can close. Let's close, let's close. Let's not get in a hurry. No, that's too slow.
This is a pretty easy step. You're just going to be basically drawing where your braids are to where the leave out is going to be, and just make sure that you take your time because you don't want to have to keep drawing over something and not know where you will need to actually make the UPART wig. So if you did it correctly, you should basically see the outline of your leave out earlier before you put the cap on, and it should just be a drawing of what was before. So now I'm just measuring, just making sure that it is at 4 inches and it fits perfectly. So we did this correctly, so just make sure that you guys are just taking your time and using your measuring tape just to double check. And here you can feel inside of the cap, and I realized that I was having the UPART wig farther back than I wanted to, so I'm just going to carefully go over that and draw some lines just so that I know that I need to add hair right there. And I'm doing the same on this side. I saw that the hair for the leave out was a little farther down, but I decided that I wanted it to be equal on both sides just so that it could be easier if I decided to wear this UPART wig in a middle part. Once you're done outlining your whole head, you'll just take the wig cap off and get ready to sew your bundles onto the cap. So I'm going to show you guys my unboxing of this hair. This is the first time that I ordered from this company. It is from the Wig Dealer. I got their raw body wave bundles in the lengths 22, 24, and 26. And they gave me some free goodies. So the first one is this head wrap. They also gave me some hair oil and a coupon for if I wanted to purchase from them again. I love how it came with a box and a bag. And these are the bundles. I will give you guys some insight on how I felt about this from my first impression, so make sure you keep tuned and watch the whole entire video, and make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you have not already, just so that you can get many updates along my videos, like my vlogs, just to see how I feel about the hair, because hair changes over time. Y'all saw that I unboxed the hair. I am honestly a little scared. This is supposed to be raw hair, so it's not as processed as other hair from other vendors that will like coat it with shiny stuff to make it more manageable. So I did see a little snagging. I didn't see shedding for anything except for this 26 inch, and honestly that is what I'm scared of, because I know for sure I'm going to be adding the 26 inch into my wig because it's going to be at the bottom. So yeah, it was shedding, really not so shedding, but breaking off at the ends. So I think if I just trim the ends, it should be okay. But I've never had raw hair before, and I was watching Daisy Does My Hair on TikTok. I really love her videos, and I was trying to see how much her pricing for everything was for her services. And on her website, she includes a list of vendors that she only works with, so they have to be good vendors. So I saw the wig dealer had a Cyber Monday sale, so I went ahead and got this because it was relatively cheap for raw bundles. I am most likely going to have to go in and dye the hair with my temporary dye from Adore or Kiss, whatever brand I have on me, because it's pretty brown, but I'm honestly scared. And you guys, do not order that hair from that wholesale store I put y'all on. The curly hair is amazing, but the body wave is horrible. It lasted, I don't even know how long, probably a month, and I cannot wear it anymore because it tangles up so bad. And it just turned into like crazy looking hair, so I can't even wear it. I literally cannot wear it. So hopefully this does me good. I'm really tired of spending my money on hair, to be honest. I just want to find a good hair company that just has good quality hair. I thought that I found one, but apparently not. So I'm going to update you guys along the process of this hair. Hopefully it does well. There is a slight smell. If you guys are from Georgia, it kind of smells like True Glory hair back in the day. It has like a specific hair smell. It doesn't necessarily stink, but it does have a scent to it. So yeah, I will update you guys in the next couple of months. Just make sure you guys are checking my vlogs out. This will be the hair that I will be wearing, and I will just, you know, give you many updates along my vlogs. So make sure you subscribe if you're not already. Go ahead and double check that you are. You might think you are and you might not actually be. And I will go ahead and make this into a UPART wig. So now it's time to make the UPART wig. Make sure you have something really good to watch to keep you entertained and have your wig dome head ready. So we're going to make sure that the curved part of the head is going at the front and that the flat part is for the back of the head. And this just helps to make sure that there are no lumps when you make your wig. I've learned this from experience. So the curved part is going to be where your leave out and stuff will be. And we're just going to make sure that the cap is on there securely. There's no extra fabric sticking up. We're just going to make this as flat as possible on the head. So now that the wig is on, we're going to add these T-pins into the dome head just so that the wig cap is secure on here and it's not slipping and sliding. So we're going to add as many as we need to keep it secure. And then you're going to want to start off with your longest bundle. I'm starting with the 26-inch and I have my needles ready. To start and end every bundle, we're going to make sure that we put the needle through the actual weft, and this just makes it so that it is more secure onto the cap. And I'm starting on the side of the head just so that I don't have to keep going around more than I need to. And here is just the end result. I'm just showing you guys that you should not put any bundles under where the line is created. So we're going to make sure that we do not sew below that line that we drew, because that is what we're going to be cutting off the cap. And here I'm just putting a T-pin just so that it's easier and that the bundle is straightened out for me so that I don't have to keep holding it the whole entire time. You're going to be wrapping the thread around the needle a couple of times, and this just makes it more secure. I usually do it 3 to 4 times, and then after that I go in normally and just wrap it around the needle just one time. So as you'll see, we'll be putting the thread around the needle just one time, and whenever we want it to feel a little more secure, we can wrap it around 3 to 4 times. And I do that randomly where I just want it to be a little more snug onto the head. I'm going to be doing this until I get to the other side of the head, and we are going to flip the track, and I will show you guys how I did it and how I realized I should do it off of somebody on TikTok.
You
that I sewed across the head, I'm ready to flip the track. So I would grab both of the double wefts and flip it over and just make sure that I sewed it flat onto the head just so that it can flip properly, and then I would go ahead and sew across like I normally would. But it can be a little lumpy this way, so I did look up some TikTok videos on how to properly flip over a track, and I was really impressed with this video I saw, and so I did this when I was at the middle of the head. So this is my way, and this is a clip of how to do it, I would say proper way.
One thing mostly, yeah. Want you to come on over even if I'm asleep. Wake me up in my dreams. When you find me in my sleep while I'm dreaming, you come behind me, remind me while I am the one to play. All up on it, early in the morning. You deserve a man who will do it how you want it. All up on it, early in the morning. You deserve a man who will do it how you want it. Want you now, I need you now. Please, if you feel me, throw your hands. This is 7 o'clock. Yeah, I want you now. I need you now. I want you now.
So hopefully that video was helpful for how to flip over a track. You can decide which one is better for you, but I think the TikTok one is just way better once it comes to like a flatter install. So I'm just going to be sewing across the whole entire head. I use exactly 3 bundles of the hair, so this fit perfectly, and I'll give you guys an update once I get to the top of the head. Now we finally made it to the top of the head, so instead of going up and out with the thread, I'm going in and under, and this just helps so that the thread is sitting on top of the weft instead of the other way around. And I'm just making sure that the hair isn't sticking out and there's no unnecessary thread, and making sure that the thread is even on both ends. So I'm just going to go across the whole entire weft of the hair until I get to the part where I have it cut off, and we're going to make sure that we don't go over the line that we drew because that is needed for it to make an actual UPART wig. This is where we'll need to stop, so I'm going to have it parted out and make sure I don't cut any unnecessary hair because we need all of the hair that we can get. So I'm going to part it, and then I'm just going to cut right in the middle, making sure I don't cut any unnecessary hair, and then we're just going to thread all the way until we get to the end of that weft. While making the wig, I saw that I had some extra gaps, so I'm going to go in and add the bundles where it's needed. I'm just making sure that I don't have it too close to where it is lumpy. So as you can see, it was a little lumpy, so I pulled it back a little bit, and we're just going to thread our way across until we get to the other side of the cap. And you will see that I do this on 2 other parts where it was a little too much of a gap, just so that the hair isn't thin looking.
Long as you got your eyes, got your trippy on them private jets, taking trips. Come back at 6, wake me and your child, and it won't lay today. Make me wonder who you might have been playing with. Makes me wonder who you think you're playing with. I'm just telling myself to keep playing this record back over and over again. Swear that you changed, but I noticed the end. I want you on the scene. Think you know your girl is so funny to me. That's why you think I left by one time.
I am finally done sewing all 3 bundles onto the cap. You should be able to see where you need to cut off the extra cap and have put all the bundles inside of where you had it outlined. So everything should be now covered up, and now you can take the T-pins out of the head because we're about to get ready to cut the extra cap off. So I'm carefully going in and cutting that extra cap, being as careful as I can. So I'm going very slowly, making sure that I don't cut too close to the thread because it can unthread if you do. I'll just be going all the way around until I cut all the extra cap off.
What you got is good, that's why you refuse to let me walk out to life. You refuse to match up with my vibe. Keep wasting my time.
Here is the final result. It should curve into a U naturally, and that is how you make a UPART wig. The last step is to sew the wig clips onto the cap, and this just helps it so that it's more secure on your head and you don't have to sew the whole UPART wig down if you don't want to. So I'm going to start and put the thread through the needle, and this just helps it so that it is more secure and it doesn't come loose. And I'll just be sewing that clip onto the cap. I use 2 of the wig clips that clamp on each side of the U, and then around the perimeter of the UPART wig, I just use those traditional wig clamps just so that they can fit snug while I have my braids on.
No one's there. Should I move on since no one's here? You know what you got is good, that's why you refuse to let me walk out to life. You refuse to match up with my vibe.
We are now done. We have 2 of the snap wig clips on each side of the U, and then around the perimeter we have those traditional wig clips. Now it's finally time to style the wig, so I'm just going to be clamping those wig clips around my leave out, and then I'm going to be using the wig clips around the corner just to secure it around my head. And this is just a glueless and threadless install that we can just put on and off at night, or leave it on if we decide to wash our hair every week and not have to deal with accidentally cutting our hair. And it's just so easy. I love UPART wigs. So I use this on the actual weave. I use this on my leave out, the Wow Spray and the John Frieda Frizz Ease. This is amazing. And then once I blow dried it, I use the Turn Up the Heat protectant, and I just use the wax stick for flyaways. So enjoy me styling this UPART wig. I went ahead and added layers, curls, and I showed you my routine on how to get a silky leave out. So enjoy the rest of the video.
Yes, all you gotta do is say yes. Don't deny what you feel, baby. After as you take, open up your mind and just rest. I'm about to let you know you make me so. All you gotta do is say yes. Don't deny what you feel, baby. After as you take, open up your mind and just rest. I'm about to let you know you make me so. You make me so.
just a mirror of what I see. You are love. You're a positive, motivating force within my life. If you ever feel the need to wonder why, let me know. Let me know. Let me know what you feel. It's hard for me to understand. So many things have taken place before this love affair began. But if you feel more like I feel, confusion can give way to doubt. For there are times when I fall short of what I say I'm all about, you are love. You're a positive, motivating force within my life. Should you ever feel the need to wonder why, let me know.
Here's the finished result of this UPART wig. I hope you enjoyed this full tutorial of how we outlined, threaded, and styled this UPART wig. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. Go ahead and leave a comment for me down below. You guys know I love talking to you guys, and make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. Then go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!
If you're looking to find a love that was meant to be in time, baby, relax your mind and love is here.